Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Reality Is, where words do come to life. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell so you too can know when new videos are being uploaded. All right, so I was going to do a live on Twitter today, but someone told me not to do the live, and I found out the reasons why. So, as you all know, I'm always going to give updates about Cook County Jail. And I got a message on yesterday of what was transpiring on the inside. So this is the message that I got. There was a young guy that was placed in division who had sexual charges. And he had sexual charges against two young boys to give him oral sex. Okay? So they tried to put this guy in cells with other inmates, and they refused to have him in there. And understandably so, because if I'm already confined, I don't want to have to sleep with one eye open, one eye closed. So they moved him upstairs into another boy's cell. And the boy started yelling, saying he wasn't letting him in the cell either. Then the COs and three white shirts moved him into the cell, and the boys immediately started fighting. The officers turned around and they walked out while everyone was yelling, "They are fighting." The boy's mouth was bloody. He asked one of the guys to call his mom and tell her the names of the officers, and they are still in the cell now. So, again, a lot of individuals that end up inside those walls, they have no idea of jail life. They just don't. They don't. If it's their first time, they haven't been charged, they haven't been found innocent or guilty, they don't know what's going on. And it's a scary thing to be placed in a position where you don't know what's going on. Then you have to fend for yourself. But you don't know how to fend for yourself because there's no rules to this game. But for officers to force somebody in a cell knowing the background, when I'm sure there's other inmates in there for the same exact reason. So why would you all take the boy who had sexual charges against him and put him in a cell with another individual who had sexual charges against them? That's two individuals of the same case. Now, here is another younger boy in there, have no idea, and say this gentleman that's in it with sexual case is older. He's beating up the younger boy, and all the boy know he's trying to fend for his life. And if he's taught, tell my mama, this is something serious. And why would COs in white shirts just walk out of the cell and you know it's a fight? Your job is to break it up. You know the reasons for the fight. If other individuals didn't want him in their cell, why would you force this individual to have him in his cell? He want to sleep in peace. I don't want to have to be confined and sleep with my eyes open. But these are the things that sit inside these walls that's not talked about. And this happened yesterday. And then you wonder why so much tension is inside those walls. You're in defensive mode. Now you're fighting for your life. You're fighting for your freedom. And when you fight for your life, then they want to ding you for fighting for your life. That don't make sense to me. So help me understand. Then on top of that, they're charging a lot of them with things they haven't done. So if I'm in here for something that you say I have done and you haven't proven this to be factual, I haven't had my day in court, And because you have the upper hand, because you a white shirt, you a CO, however maybe you a person of authority, you an officer, who are you to put something on me that I didn't do? Because I'm already fighting the case. I'm already fighting the case. So this system is set up. It is racism at its best. It is slavery, modern day, at its best. And none of you elected officials, none of you commissioners, no state's attorney, no public defender, no judge see nothing wrong with this kind of treatment. And it's okay. And I'm saying to everybody, this is not just, it's not new. This didn't just start. This has been going on for a long time. But I'm telling you, when I say COVID is bringing things to the light, it's bringing things to the light. Now the one whose name is sitting on the outside on the little sign, Tom Dart, he's been tested positive for COVID. But I'm sure he's going to make sure he gets his care. I'm sure he's going to quarantine by himself for 14 days. Don't you think that's fair that the inmates and your officers who work in those conditions get the same treatment as you? The officers want to live to go home to their family and not drag the virus home to their children, their wife. Those who's in there that haven't been to court would like to go home and go home healthy. This system, as I've said before, many times before, is messed up. It's no longer that the scales are unbalanced. Justice is totally blind when it comes to ethnic races. White folks can get away with all kinds of crap, get it caught on video, and still go home because the judge will grant them a bond. Every time. Why is it that ours have to fight so hard for freedom that they deserve? And then you all give them a hard time when you find out that they're innocent. You don't want to let them out right away. Neither do you want to clean up their record. They lost time with their children. You've taken away their life. They lost good jobs because you all drag your feet in the judicial system. And for every elected official that allow this to be, there's an accountability on you. And as you can see, God is giving that accountability. He's letting you all feel some things right now. And I would not want to be in your shoes of what's coming your way, because a lot of you all know what's being done is wrong, and you won't say nothing, and neither will you do anything. You allowing this to go on. You use your position as an excuse and a crutch. And we've seen it played out so many times before that every elected official that has their hands on a case play a part. The police officers play a part. The judge play a part. The state's attorney play a part. The public defenders play a part. Your commissioners play a part. Tony Pretwinkle, you play a part. Tom Dart, you definitely play a part. And our lovely governor and mayor, you all play a part too, because you all allow this to be. You all allow this to be. And I'm sure you've gotten story after story, and you know what's going on inside those walls are not right. You know the conditions are not livable for anybody. And to live or work in that type of environment and you all don't see no need to fix it or change it, shame on you. And to MacArthur Foundation, who's been funding this prison reform and have not seen no better treatment, no resolution, no progress, no nothing, shame on you too. It's time out. It's so time out for what's going on. And then you try to place fear in those inmates. You don't want them to speak up, and then you threaten them, or they end up hurt, or they end up missing, or they end up dead. And be warned. Be really warned that we are very much aware what's going on, and you are being watched with a close watchful eye, Because you know what? We're tired. We're tired of seeing the mistreatment of ours. And yours get a little slap on the wrist for crimes that they do. They get to move to states. They getting pardoned by your dumb ex-president. And then you all still stand up here and run your resume. We're sick of it. Sick of it. And it needs to change. I told you I'm not letting up on this one. And that one I mean. I'm calling out everybody. Nobody escapes this one whatsoever. And I'm going to keep reporting what's going on in there until we see something different. Exactly. All right. Make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can know when I'm uploading new videos. Until we talk again.